Hi there, this is Megan from the Time Rich, and I want to walk you through what it's like to hire a freelancer through FreeeUp.com. So we are going to our browser here. This is the FreeeUp link that was provided to me by the Time Rich. So here I've already created an account, so what I'm going to do is click on Login, and then I'm going to log into my home screen here at FreeeUp. And then what I'm going to do now is request a freelancer. So I click that, and then here's where you put in the basic title of the job that you're looking for. So right now I want to find somebody who's going to help me do some grant research. All right, so we're looking for some grant research on building a new arts and music facility for more of a community environment. And what we're going to do next is describe the project or the job. So let me go ahead and pause right here, and then I'll fill this out and I will be right back. All right, we are back. So here we created while we're creating the freelancer request, I updated the title just a little bit just to reflect a little bit more about what it is that we're looking for. Down here is where you describe the project that you're hiring for. So it tells you some really helpful information here about what to include in a really good description. So do keep that in mind when you're filling out this box here. What I did was just explain a little bit more about what our company is and then what it is that we're looking for. So we're looking to create and build a brand new facility in Peoria, Illinois. And this is a little bit more about what the facility is going to be used for and sort of how the inclusion and diversity and arts comes into play in terms of helping to find specific grant and other funding opportunities for us. So down here, I outlined the outcome of the research that we're looking for. So there's two things. The first one is that we're looking to find different funding opportunities or grants that may be available depending on the specific type of project. So a lot of the grants that might be available would be specifically for arts and health or drama education and things like that. And then the second option, or the second outcome here, is to send us a list of that compiled resources that they were able to find. So including any website links, contact information, and then whatever those specific grant or funding opportunities are that they were able to find. And then once they send that back to us, I want to go ahead and review it with River City's owner. And then her and I were going to discuss and figure out where to go from there, depending on what types of opportunities we're able to find. So that's the description. Then down here, it asks what the hourly rate is that you're expecting to pay for this freelancer. So in each section, it tells you a little helpful information about what it is to help you make that selection. So right here, this is going to be more of like basic research that we're looking for. So what I'm going to do is select the basic ones. And we're okay with either $5 to $10 range, I would say. And that's typically non-US based. So most of them are going to be based in the Philippines. And then going down here, and because it's more basic work, I think it'll be a little bit easier and a little bit more affordable to have somebody find us some information on different grant opportunities. Down here, as far as preference of where the freelancer is located, we have no preference, especially because it's not dealing with any confidential information or more specific or heavy detailed work. It's basically just generic research that we need help with. We have no preference there. And then it says down here, what type of project are you hiring for? So is this a long-term project where it's going to be, at least 3 months or longer? Is this more short-term, within this month or so? I would probably say it's a short-term or a one-time project because it's a one-time project. We're only looking for what grant opportunities are available now, and then that way we can go ahead and begin that grant writing process. So the next stage here is how many hours per week do you expect the freelancer to work? So this box here is optional, so do notice that. And then here it says if you're not really sure of how many hours you're expecting them to work, you can either put a general estimate or just leave it blank. And then if you did select mid or expert level freelancers, then it'll be up to them to provide estimates as far as possible time that it might take. So here I'm going to leave it blank because I'm not quite sure how long it would take, and then knowing that I can leave it blank here, and then later on I'm going to interview with the freelancer that was assigned based on the job requirements and my preferences. And then during that interview process, we'll have a better understanding of what the hours or days per week might look like. So down here, it has scheduling preferences for this hire. So this is going to be flexible. Because it's generic research, it doesn't really matter to me whether or not they're working during specific hours or anything like that. So I selected flexible. Do they have to be available on weekends? No. And then does this freelancer need to have audio or video calls with us, customers, or with clients? And for this one, I'm going to select no because we can coordinate everything via email. And then how quickly do you need to hire this VA? So I would say about within 24 hours. Well, actually, within 24 hours is when we would like to have them hired, but it also says, and have your project completed. So what I'm going to do here is select no rush. And then we want to have this project completed within a month from now. So I'm going to say, let's see. We would like to have this research completed by May 15th. And that is all I will put for that. And then how would you like to be introduced to the freelancer? So via email only is fine with me. Some people, depending on the type of project, we might prefer email and Skype, and then other options as well. Down here, the notes do mention that email introduction is the default. And then if you did want to change that, you can go into the settings section. But yeah, so it should be pretty easy there, especially because it's just typical research. Email is totally fine. Then you go ahead and click submit. All right, and then the request was received, and we should hear back within 1 business day. So going down here, you can review request, and you can see this is the request that I did just now. So grant and funding research has been, the status is officially requested, and we should hear back, I would say by tomorrow, and we are all set with submitting our request. And we'll touch base with you once we hear back from them. Thanks.